Hey boys, how are you? I was extremely fucking tired, so I took a nap. Um, but we're here now, and I wouldn't say I'm rested, but I'm here. Less tired than I were before. Hey Findus, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. I'm good, good, good. How are you? How did the Thai boxing go? I've been curious about that. So, let me find the video. I made this video. How do I best see this? I see it here, I think. So I made this video about how to automate Jungle Emerald, Desert Ruby, and Ocean Sapphire farming, and of course just all mob farming. It has gotten a lot of traction for my size compared to my other videos. I'm seeing a lot of people are watching it and enjoying it, which I'm really happy about. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. I like this space that I just stopped on here. God damn it. It is what it is. But I've learned some new things, and I've had a lot of comments on this video. There are some people here who... So first of all, this was a really good idea. Thank you very much. Post an update regarding the loot. We'll do that a little bit today. And then this guy, he tells me that a 16 by 16 chunk is like the cap of how many mobs is being spawned. So making anything bigger than that is completely useless. And I've read up on this today and seen different things and so on. And what I can tell, he's completely right. And there's different sizes. So the more you put down, the higher the chance of spawning. But it reaches a cap very quickly. Like I've seen something like if you have 15%, or if you have a lot of one, then you have 15% of spawning them up. But if you fill it out with the entire thing, then it's 70%. So having 2 16 squares is better than having one only with that, for example. And then this guy, which I completely agree with, says the mushrooms should be kept separate. They need a hole around to guard. Yeah, the mushrooms are complete crap. Keep them out of your farm. I will maybe try to make a different setup. If you wanted to, you could make the fungal soil farm below your other one and funnel the creatures onto the conveyor belt just after it goes to the turrets. Yeah, maybe. I might look into that. But the problem is these buggers, quite lucky he was there. He wasn't there before. They're so annoying to kill. But for now, we'll look at the loot. I've been standing here around 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes. And the reason I've been standing close to the farm is that I also found out the entire map isn't active at once. That you just need to do that in gaming. So they only spawn mobs around the player. And they check the spawn every 16 to 22 minutes. So a mob cannot spawn on a tile more than every 16 minutes. If that makes sense. So every between 16 to 22 minutes, the system will go in and ask the tile, are you gonna spawn something? And then it has a chance to spawn. And then it will go to next one, next one, next one. And it starts from the bottom and then it goes up like this in a systematic field. So you want your character to be close to your farm, but when I say close, it's not really close. My understanding is it's 200 tiles. So I saw some pictures of someone made a mega farm where this Gorm the Deceiver, he runs around in this circle, and that is that's a little over 200 tiles away from the core. So he just made a farm like with this as the center, and he just maxed out the entire, all the surface from there to Gorm's trail basically. And it's just fucking huge. And that's the range. So he stood in the middle, and then everything was spawning and then being funneled in and dying. So you can see, compared to this entire place, my farm is quite small. But we are going to do it in cells, 16 by 16, and then they will all funnel into the same kill area is the plan. And you can expand it infinitely, basically. So let's get to that. And okay, I have some repairs I need to do here. Well, this is awkward. But I guess this might be a good time to show you the new summons I have. So I went to go get the zombie summons, and okay, maybe this is not a good time for that. And actually it went a lot faster than I thought it would. And they're really, really good. I'm a huge fan of them. I think they're much better than the bats in most circumstances. So you can see they're just tearing through these. Like, it's so easy. But the problem is that they're not always the best choice because of their melee range. I just need to find that. But when they are usable, I feel like they're much stronger than the bats. But the bats are stronger in some circumstances. But I think they're much cooler. I prefer them a lot more. They have much more of the necromancer aesthetics that I personally prefer. So huge fan of them. And I also got the Tome of the Deep. So you can see I have all 3 minion summoning items now. So we have these dudes, which I think they're fucking nice. And then we have these jellyfishes, which I like the least. So I wouldn't really consider these a pet. These are more like an ability. We see this in a lot of the survivor games, where you have this stuff spawning around you, and then they will damage anyone they touch. It is relatively basic. Yeah, not a huge fan. Okay, so they destroyed everything. Okay, let's get everything up and running again. So we will put some chests down so I can get all of this sorted. Oops, that was the wrong thing to do. It went very well, was quite tough since I am not in very good shape at the moment. But you enjoyed. I remember Devin Nash talking about growing in Twitch, and one of the best ways is to make tutorial informative videos on a newly released game. I can easily see that being true. It is very helpful, and the best thing you can do for growing on Twitch is to go on YouTube. Twitch is a terrible platform to grow on because nobody will discover you in the beginning. So I'm gonna try to put I'm gonna put the growing soils in here. That has nothing to do with the farm. So all of this was like placed down to have minion spawn. That's not part of the farm. And you can see I already got a jungle emerald just from picking up random things. Then we got even more magma slime. We also got a desert ruby already. And then I'm not gonna care about this equipment loot just because that's not why I have the farm. I mostly have the farm for these 3 and mechanical parts and other things. I don't care about the equipment. So I'm not gonna focus too much on that. I wonder where did my food go? Here. Okay. So you can see a lot of just items there. And then some small things like a lot of mushrooms, but I'm gonna skip those. So I'm gonna delete all of these seeds and such. And just random items, I don't really care about them. Mini lifespan. Oh. Yeah, he has talked about trying to grow just in Twitch. You need to get really lucky for that to happen. Yeah, you need to be. I think you need to be really lucky, and you need to be much more entertaining than I am. And what I mean by that is, I'm not trying to put myself down or whatever, but I don't think I'm the kind of person or the stream where people are caught immediately. Like, I'm not like Kai Cenat who does a lot of things and is very energetic or whatever. But I think I'm like the slow grower. I think people like to join here because it's more chill and we mostly just hang out. And it's not as yearly and everything. And yeah, maybe I'm wrong about that. So in 2 hours and 45 minutes, we got 1 Desert Ruby and 1 Jungle Emerald. And the farm did kind of break down, but we didn't have a lot backed up. So I'm not gonna excuse the low amount of loot because of that. But I do think we could have had a lot more loot if the placement was better. So we're gonna try to improve, and one of the improvement I want to make is also to bring these mold blocks, because my understanding is mold blocks spawns like the mold people. I'm not sure if that's the political correct term for it, but they will then they are the ones who drop the zombie book, like the Tome of the Dead. So this is also kind of a farm of how to get Tome of the Dead. And I read a lot about people who were really struggling to get Tome of the Dead and Tome of the Deep. And honestly, I didn't have a hard time getting either of them. But Tome of the Dead, you need to go to the mold people. And I had a farm over here that I found. I entered up here, and then there was a lot of mold people here. To be fair, I've never seen this many before. But I just went through and killed everything, and then I got the book around here, and then I just bailed out and didn't do anymore. The book was, the Tome of the Deep was kind of harder, and I don't think you can automate the Tome of the Deep, because that only spawns in these destructible chests that you have down here in the ocean. So I ran from here, I think, and I just went through this entire area, and I destroyed all destructible thing there was, and I just kept going until I got up here and I found a book. Then you see I just yeeted straight up. I was done with that shit. So that book was much harder for me to find. And I will say, if you want pets, I would completely ignore this book. Like, this book, I don't think it's not really a pet book. And yeah, it doesn't support the play at the pet or summoner playstyle. Let's get to fixing the farm. So we're gonna go in here and we're gonna tear everything up. I think I want to keep the... No, we're gonna tear everything up. I thought about keeping the conveyor belts going left, but maybe some other time. So the enemies aren't gonna stop spawning just because you don't want the farm to work anymore. So you have to keep that in mind, and that's why you need these security measures. So look at these zombies. I think they're so much stronger than the bats. Right now they are a lower level than the bats, and even then they're dealing a lot of damage. All of this mushroom I just see as a mistake. Like, if you're thinking about making a farm, I would definitely recommend not adding mushrooms to it, or think of a way to do it separately. Because at this point you don't really need mushrooms, but I will probably try to find a way to make mushrooms work, just because I also don't want to manually do gardening, and I don't know of another way to automate food, which isn't really true. I've seen some slaughter, some slaughter farms where they automate how to essentially how to kill the cows and such for meat. We can try to look into that as well. But for now, I want to do this farm, and then I want to try to visit the earth slime and see how easy he is to find. Oh my god, I never had this break. And we were almost done, to be fair. So, need to go and repair this. A little bit awkward. What's going on here? Oh, that's nothing. I also expanded my pineapple and whatever that is farm. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Good thing I came here. Okay, let's see if we can upgrade this guy. Okay, I left it there to Ruby. So I found a new egg. I found this cracked nibble egg. So we're gonna get a new kind of pet. So let's see what it is. Yes, the Pikachu thingy. The fan hair. So what does you do? What does you do? What does you do? 12% chance to apply poison on hit, reduces enemy healing. Nah. +1 target pierced by projectiles. Might be good. But let's see what abilities it has. Physical range damage. Chance +15% chance to apply poison hit. Critical hit chance. Critical hit damage. Damage against bosses. Chance to pierce. And chance of 7%. 7% chance on dealing triple amount of damage, like essentially a super crit. I don't know, I think it might actually be better than our Fido. No, our Fido also have that. So what would the benefit of that be? Let's try to level it up. I have some superfood that we got from the commander, I think. Okay. Suddenly that didn't seem that super. Jesus Christ. 10%. Yeah, we're gonna do the physical range damage. I think we're gonna do crit hit, 7% chance. And does this count? This doesn't count as a critical hit, I think. So maybe that was a mistake. Okay, I think we need to redo that. I don't like that. So I think we do that, and then we just give it a 7% chance. Then this is like a little hair thingy. It's quite cute. What are we gonna do with Fido? He's just gonna be there, I guess. So, back to the mob farm, back to the slaughterhouse. These zombies are so cool. I really like the aesthetic. They really fit with what I want things to look like. Oh Jesus! Definitely some activity here. And I feel like they're seeking out mobs a little bit better, and they're better at attacking and such. Whereas bats, I don't know, maybe it's just my bias talking, but bats feels like they're having a harder time targeting enemies. And they will miss a lot of their range shots, whereas these, I don't think they can miss a melee attack. So that's another reason why I really like them. Okay. So I'm gonna measure out a 16 by 16. And then I want this one to be its own thing. I don't want anything to go directly there. I want all of my 16 by 16 cells to connect into it. I could be counting at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then this is the 16th. And then I want to do this. Oh, mechanical path. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, get on the right side. You're messing with my counting, and I'm not good at counting. I am weirdly bad at counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I don't know why, I'm just weirdly bad at counting above 10. So, but I think I want one more space because, but okay, so I have that here. I just need to make room for it here. I just got lazy. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, perfect. So now we're gonna place down things. And I mainly want these crust thingies because I still want the emerald, jungle emerald, desert ruby, and so on. But I'm gonna layer them. So I think I'm just gonna do a layer of each. And I don't know if this is the most efficient way of doing it. So you might want to look this up in a more detailed Excel archi kind of way before you commit, in case you're gonna get disappointed. And one thing that I'm gonna do, because I want to, is to place down these mold blocks, because the mold blocks, oops. My understanding is these mold blocks, they just spawn the mold people. So you don't need anything on top. There's only one thing that can spawn at a time. So you cannot have the mold block and then put a slime on top. Then it's only the thing on top that spawns. It's kind of like resolving the stack in Magic Card. You go from the top, but the problem is you never go further down than the first. So we just make sure we get all of these things, and everything should be able to spawn in every biome except for the crab and the tentacle arm. So my understanding is they will only ever spawn in the beach biome. But as you can see, you can get, I think we can get pretty much every master to spawn in just one 16 by 16. We might want some of these. And I think with the larvae and such, you're gonna get food anyway. Just making room. Then now the question is, what do we want to add for the last kind of tiles? I think we just add this, and then we, since I am very focused on this Crystal Crust, we're just gonna add the last with this, and then I need to figure out what we want to put. Maybe magma. I don't really need the magma, to be fair. I need the purple slime a lot more, because I'm gonna, like, that's used for healing potions. God damn it. So there's a problem. I need to pick this up again. Okay, damn it. Okay, good. Oh, pizza. So you can see, this just works. Like, stuff is spawning here, and that was a really good example. And it doesn't care if you want it to spawn or not. And it's also a really good chance to see the zombies in action. And this is cute. Okay, so now we do the conveyor belts. And then my plan is to just, everything goes down, and then down here it goes this way. And then this one goes down here. And then this one will connect to the killing area. And we have 2,500, so let's get going. I will take some damage while making this, but it is what it is. We have healing, it's not a problem. But I will still whine about it. And if you want, you can you can put down lights on the floor before you put down these things. That's not gonna stop the spawn in any way, shape or form. So if you don't want this dark dungeons, and if you want your monsters to see daylight before you kill them, that's perfectly fine. You can probably also grass feed them and stuff like that. YouTube chat isn't working for you, Rip. I'm seeing you, bro. Oh, wait. Put you on Twitch now. Really? Refresh the page 20 times. Yes. What is that bullshit? YouTube, what you doing? I'm gonna... Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything I can do about it, but I'm curious if YouTube is just... I'm gonna test if it works for me. Test. Oh, why am I signed in as a different account? That's just awkward. Why would it do that? Okay, so I'm signed in as me. I had another one where I did some AI books for fun. But the weird thing, I'm signed in here, but why am I writing as a channel I'm not signed in? What the fuck, YouTube? That's just weird. That's really weird, but... Yeah, okay, yeah, I can see some other people writing, so... YouTube is just weird for you, man. I know. IT does that sometimes. Never really that reliable. You don't even have the chat page. Could you have hidden it somehow? Is there a hotkey to hide it? I think you can do that, right? So... What if I just close this? Then you have this show chat. Could it be that? Maybe. I've done that before. I've also accidentally hit some hotkeys on YouTube where it changes the layout. Yeah, it's there now. Good. Sometimes IT just doesn't like when you point out their mistake, then they get embarrassed and fix themselves. So never be afraid to shame software into working. It has worked for me multiple times. It's the same as when you show someone that something isn't working on your computer, and then they come in and they click the exact same button you did, and then it works. And then it's like, well, okay, I guess it works now. It is infuriating. Oh, well, those blocks will just stay there for the rest of their life. So now we have the first 16 by 16 cell. So we will... I think I actually want... I would probably want to place walls here. No, walls, I don't know. Let's place some walls, but that means I also want this one further down. Okay. I think I'm gonna adjust this a little bit, just for my own sanity. Then I want it more like this. Yes, it's stupid, but... I think I want it like this. Oops. And I think I have good reasoning for that. So hear me out, hear me out. God damn it. Never had a chat box on a live stream with YouTube, probably because I use a browser for it. Oh, really? That's weird, because, yeah. Okay, let's get that, let's get that. Oh, shit. I was a bit too fast to take that up. Okay, thanks for the follow, mate. Much appreciated. Let me see. So we want that to be like that, and then we want walls down here. That's the logic. So then I need this even further down. My logic is so bad right now. So I actually want the conveyor belt all the way down there. But that's fine. That's not a big change. So, because I want this dug out. I just want maximum safety here. And I hadn't really planned this out in any shape or form, as you might be able to tell. You should put crystal water in between to lighten that place up. That's a good idea. Okay. So now we have that. We're gonna dig here and there. Maybe this will be a wall like this, I think. And then everything will be pushed down here, then pushed out here. We have this one. And do this. That one is gonna disappear. I should probably have walls up here as well. But I can do that later. I don't think I need to do that right now. Might have been a little bit stupid to block myself out of my farm, but yeah. To be fair, it's not the worst thing I've ever done. So here we go. So now we can make this second 16 by 16. So the good thing is I don't have to count the top, so that's gonna save me some time. And then this is gonna be wall. So depend on how you want to do this. This might actually be stupid, because I think probably still want a space in front of your walls just in case even one missed fungal soil can spawn broods. Ah. Fair enough. It might make sense. So I think what I want to do is I'm gonna have these lines going down. So I'm gonna have it like this. And then this way, other cells up here can easily connect. And I am kind of doing what I don't like doing with software. I'm preparing for the future. But I think in this case it makes sense. So here I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then I want one more for the water down there, and I want one for water up here. But I think I want this. If I am going to dig out, this is where I really wish I could move the camera, but I think this will be fine. Just digging all of this out. Oh, there was some slime I'd missed there. Yeah, now it makes a lot of sense to put those walls just in case I miss one soil, because as you can see, I'm easily gonna miss something. Okay, so now that's dug out, and then I'm just double checking my count here. Another thing that I missed, no wall, no idea how that got there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then digging here. I think that's how my count makes sense. Let's hope it's the right one. And for most of these mobs, you don't really need the mode, but it's just a nice safety thing to have. And I want to connect it at the bottom because that's gonna make it easier. So now I can place down walls. And personally, I would probably go with the strongest walls you have if you really want to be safe. I am cheating out here and just using random ass walls just because I'm lazy. But you don't have to be lazy like me. So like this. Then let's place down what we want. And we can just kind of place it down all the way, right? And I've seen people place down the mold blocks in the killing zone because it slows down mobs as well, I think. So it's just a way to give you more time to kill them, which is also quite smart. And again, if I wasn't lazy, I would probably do that. I'm gonna oversaturate it with the Crystal Crust, just to get as many difficult emeralds and stuff. And let's place down that one. It's not gonna look as pretty, but I had one left over that was just annoying to deal with. I'm not gonna fix small mistakes like that. I don't think it matters enough for it. So, some of you who really want a pretty farm can definitely do this better. Like, can definitely do this setup prettier than I am, but I also just kind of wanna get something functional. I've done too much software development to like spending a lot of time perfecting everything. Like, I've seen so many projects take way longer than they should because people try to do something perfect instead of something that was good enough. And coming from a project management side, yeah, good enough is the goal. You don't need perfection, you just want something good enough, then you can always improve on it afterwards. Never let perfection stop you from making something that's good enough. That is the death of all projects, including a personal hobby projects. I think it's faster just to go from top to bottom. So I hope you can see now how we can just expand this farm forever. We can always just make new 16 by 16, like new cells. And we will always be able to connect them to the same death zone. And if you want light, if you want these to be nicer to look at, you can use cooler walls, you can put down the light floors, you can do a lot of things to really make this nice. As I said, I just want the efficiency. I don't really care about the prettiness. And you can change out the water, this thing as well. Well, I don't know. What did I do wrong here? So this one doesn't have the same dimensions. Oh god damn. I need to use my brain more. I didn't need to do this. How did I mess this up, guys? God damn it. So I want to do that. And then YouTube named north of the border has shirts that say not just good enough. Also, he makes amazing stuff out of clay. Ah, that's cool. So I had counted this off, but I just went with the thing below, but I didn't really mesh against it. So you can see this is actually the space I want to fill. like this. Okay, that's not a big issue. I can live with this mistake. So now we didn't put any of this acid slime. Maybe if we put this along here, then I don't need to walk in it. So I like to say that perfection is the enemy of the good. And most of the time you just need something good enough. Like if I'm flying in a plane, for example, I want perfection, and the same with medicine. But if I'm building a farm in a game, good enough will do. And if I excel, good enough is fine. A lot of things really does need to be perfect. If I'm making a cake, a good cake is perfectly fine. I don't need a perfect cake. So never let perfection hold you back. Perfection is the killer of motivation. And I don't think you can point to anything in the world and say this is perfect. So why even attempt to make something perfect? You always just need to have it good enough. Cool. So now we have 2 cells set up already. This isn't that bad. So we want this one. Then this is gonna be in, and then I want to count. So this is already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then I need to think this out because I'm a bit dumb. So 16, so that means I want this row, right? And then I'm gonna put the wall on top. And then I want to make sure that I actually match the walls. I didn't. So we do this. God damn it. Get those down. Okay. Good. So now we have that. By the way, we got info about PoE 2 early access launch. It will be pay to play. Full release, whenever that happens, will still be free to play. That sounds cool. Do you know when it will release? Like the early access? I will probably pay for it now that I'm a super big and famous streamer. This is wrong. No, it's not wrong. I just need these. November 15th. Oh, that's so soon. So I need to dig out this. And I noticed a mistake down there. I don't know if you guys noticed it too. But there was something that wasn't good enough. Or to be honest, it probably was. Okay, let me do a quick count because I'm getting confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I'm making them 1 block too small because I'm not good at accounting for the thing that I'm taking away. So we are making 15 by 16 instead of 16 by 16. So this farm is not as efficient as it could be. I hope you guys are better at counting than I am. And again, I'm not gonna change it. I don't think it's a big deal, and it would actually be relatively simple to fix if I wanted to. God damn it. I'm so bad at placing blocks on top of each other. Well, or maybe at avoiding it. Get food. So get a lot of mold people. Then we want, what do we want? Magma? Do we want some Burny people? I'm not sure if they take damage from this Burny thing. Then some yellow slime. I don't really know what you use the yellow slime for, but I'm just placing it down because I can. I think the cablings are much more interesting to farm because they drop mechanical parts. And I'm not sure if you get mechanical parts and such from slimes. And these larvae, they give you food, so that they're also more interesting in my opinion. And now I'm completely forgetting about these Crystal Crust. So to make up for my transgression, I'm just gonna put down a couple of rows. And I'm putting down the rows because maybe that's better, but I don't think it is. I did read, oh yeah. I did read somewhere that you actually need a minimum of 6 tiles connected, I believe, for it to spawn. And that's for almost everything. So I did place down some tiles that were less than 6, just 6. So I will actually not have stuff spawning in there, and I had forgotten about that. So when you place down the spawn area, please make sure you place down at least 6, otherwise it's just a waste of space. I make these mistakes so you don't have to. Don't do what I do what I tell you to do. That's much better. I think we do that. I'm gonna stop standing in the fire. Again, I expect you guys to be smarter than me. And it's honestly not really a difficult task that I'm setting for you. Are you taking time off work to play PoE on release? Or are you not that far gone? I remember taking time off work to play World of Warcraft releases. And to be fair, you could also say I took time off to play World of Warcraft like vanilla release, but what actually happened was just that I stopped going to elementary school and it was the exam period, so I never graduated elementary school. I don't have like a diploma with grades. Yeah, I just stopped going to school, and yeah, for some reason my parents really didn't insist on me going or caring about it. I was just allowed to sit in my room and play World of Warcraft all day, every day. It was really nice. I will try to get the next week off of the release. Nice. Yeah, honey? Not really, but if you have something, I can eat it. Nej, kom over. Tak. Another food delivery from the wifey. I know, there's things that saw, so I don't want to tilt too much. Ooh. But it's like, it's I think it's a Korean thing. Basically stir-fried zucchini. Wife MVP again. Wife is always MVP. It's so fucking nice. She's so sweet. And she takes so good care of me. Okay, so now we have 3 cells. I don't know why they look weird, but we have 3 producing cells. We could make 1 more. Then I'm tearing this down. Let's see. What is this space? So this is gonna be a wall. Okay, so I shouldn't actually have torn this down. That's fine. I can live with this mistake. It's easy to fix. That was a bit stupid. There we go. So maybe I should just dig up 16 first. So where? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. And this must be 16 or something. and I would probably want this one. Problem is I've been so busy just blabbing that I haven't even drunk any of the water or anything I brought in here. I can just feel my throat going dry and hurting. But for some reason, I just really like doing this and talking. And I don't know what happened with the Baldur's Gate 3 story arc. It just seems like it's quickly deteriorating into a villain arc. And I'm failing so many throws. Like yeah. It is what it is, man. Yesterday we tried to kill the hack. But my party is fucking terrible. They miss everything, they die all the time, my character doesn't deal any damage. Lae'zel doesn't hit anything, she misses all the fucking time. And Astarion, he's the only one doing damage. Should have just died Dark Urge Run. What is that? Like, it sounds cool, but yeah, what is it? And I will say, okay, I'm gonna share something that was really fucking frustrating. Is it spell sculpting or something like that? So I have this spell sculpt, right? We obviously all know what it is, but I'm just gonna read it up so we're all on the same page. Sculpt spells is an evocation school passive feature. Prevents your allies from taking damage from some of your spells. Some of my spells? What do you mean some of my spells? Let's see. It's weird seeing myself like this. So this one, I was relying on sculpt spells to not hit Shadowheart here. Boink. God damn it. Shadowheart. I needed you to not suck. A little bit disappointing, but it's okay. I'm used to disappointment. Hold on. Yes! Yes! So important. Okay. Gale is still in the fight. Shadowheart is still in the fight. That's very important.
Save me.
Oh god. He might just destroy us all. Ah, god damn it. This could kill Shadowheart, couldn't it? I don't think so. It killed Shadowheart. It killed her. How do I know if she's gonna get hit or not? Didn't I take a thing so that couldn't happen? Like I have scout spells. Why did she get hit? How? What? Why does it say some spells? Some spells? What is some spells? Is some spells 2 spells? Is it all the spells? Is it none of the spells? You could have targeted the ground there so the AoE hits only the enemy. You could just have targeted the ground so you could... Yeah, you are completely right, Vincent, but I am not here for constructive feedback. I am here for complaining. And I saw this and I'm like, nah, it says it doesn't hit the allies, right? Oh shit, what are you doing here? You're completely right, Bindus. What a shit game. Thanks for the support immediately. That was, yeah. I will try to aim for the ground a bit more. But now Gale has been placed on the bench. He's done bad, so he's benched for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We want to do it. So okay, you guys are probably noticing I'm really shit at counting, and it confuses me really quickly. Like, I mess up my counts so easy. So in real life, I never count to more than 10, and then I just I reset the count basically, and then I just do like 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, la 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 10, and then I just keep fingers for every 10 that I do. That is where my IQ level is at. And then I worked at a supermarket, and we had to do like inventory, whatever. We had to count every single item in the store, and spoiler alert, there's more than 10 items in the store. So you go through the entire thing and you count like all the things, and you're like, there's 349 of this, there's 100 blah 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 of this, and so on, and it goes on. And I was just as slow as I did like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I just did that for everything. And then my boss came up to help, and we counted some of the things together. And then she saw what I did, and she was like, why? Well, is that how you count? Why do you always stop at 10? Oh, it's because I am fucking shit at counting. And she counted to like multiple hundreds while talking and keeping a conversation and not having problems. And I have no idea how she does that. Like, it wasn't her first rodeo. No way I could do that. It's such a weird skill to have. And I'm not sure it's useful in real life, but it was very useful on that day once a year where you have to count inventory. Oh my god, I'm gonna have one left over because I had this doesn't make sense to me. Now I'm confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So how did this become twice as big? So this shouldn't exist, and this shouldn't exist. Oh my god. Talking about being bad at counting. So we want this to be walls. That's what happened here. I really wish I did this for content, but this is really just me being stupid, guys. There's nothing. There's really nothing planned in this. How do I like the new Opeth single? That sounds like such an ad thing to ask about, but I'm gonna go along with it. I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, I'm guessing it's music. Never heard of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. But do I need to cut that as well? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so this is what we do. Okay. So it's just a minor mistake. Hey Gnome, thank you for coming back. What game is this? This is Core Keeper. It is one, if not the best gaming experience I've had all year. So if you just like good fun games, I would highly recommend this. And that is of course a hugely unfair thing to say for a lot of other games, but it is really nice. It's great progressive death metal. Never heard of it. What makes progressive death metal different? Like, I know there's, last time I looked it up, there was like 87 different death metals or different metal genres. so I just don't get all the different nuances and so on. And whenever I listen to music, which is weirdly not that often, I mostly listen to new metal. But I'm not sure if that's still cool. But that was the cool genre when I was a kid, so that's what I'm used to. This reminds me of Stardew Valley somehow. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that. It's like a Stardew Valley mixed with Terraria. And I've never played any of them, so I can only say they're probably right. So what I really like about this game, and I think I've made a video or two talking about it, is just that it is such a chill experience and you can do whatever you want, and the game doesn't really force you to do anything, not in my opinion at least. You can go boss fighting and you can progress the story, but you can also just chill out and make your perfect farm and automate the shit out of your game if you want to. You can farm animals, you can just queue out and make the best base that you can make, or you can become a farmer, like have the biggest garden or cattle or whatever, and just do whatever you want to do. And the game never needs to be more difficult than you want it to be. And there's a normal mode and a hard mode, and this is just the normal mode. I'm not sure if I want to play the hard mode, just because playing the hard mode in this game is, it just seems like longer boss fights, to be honest. Sounds like a great mix, chill farming and Eldritch Abomination. Yeah, that's a really good way of putting it. And you do have some Eldritch Abomination, and I think, oh goddammit, to some extent quite cool storyline. Oh, I got distracted. Need to redo this. There we go. That's the biggest loss. And you can see what I'm doing here is I'm making mob farms. So masters will farm on these things I'm putting down, and then they will be conveyor belted down into a killing field, and then, well, they will die and I will take their loot. That is the simple version. So I think, I'm not sure it makes sense to build further farms. So we'll just block this off so they don't run anywhere. And you can see from here I could build a lot more to the left. I can even connect down from the south. And there's a lot of ways I could improve this farm. Let's take these up. And I don't want this anymore. There we go. Oh. So this is it, and then they will be trained for it here like this one. This is a really good example. That's very nice. So you can see it just being shot to death. And it's trying to get away, but it will not be able to. And then as soon as it dies, oh god damn it, I shot myself essentially. And then it dies, and then the loot will be transported all the way over here. And you can see this just full of turrets. And then if it makes it all the way here, then you can see the loot here is being moved. And then it's being dropped into this chest that is overflowing. So that is very nice. And we'll just wall this in. There's a huge mob farm. Damn, how long did it take you? It took me longer to research it than it did to execute it. So I just redid the entire thing, and that meant pulling up the end of like my old farm. So this only took me about an hour to put together. And that's with me being bad at counting and me getting distracted and so on. So you can probably do it more efficient. I'm gonna put down a backup generator just in case. There we go. Then I want the blocks back there. And now this is ready to farm. And you can leave this overnight and just let it shoot everything. And we can see what loot it has accumulated. Let's put in our automation and the slimes and so on in case we want to expand it later on. I don't care about saving these blocks, but I want to save this block. Then I want this there. Okay. Let's see what we've gotten from the farm while we've been doing this. So it hasn't dropped that many things. We still have, we have a lot of food that we could use. And then we can eat the mushrooms. But it's giving us a good amount of mechanical parts, which I personally needed a lot and I didn't enjoy farming. And it's getting us Desert Ruby and Jungle Emerald, and it will also get us Ocean Sapphires. And those are all like some of the hardest thing to farm, at least in my opinion. So now I'm curious about if we can find the earth slime and kill it. Okay, so we have more over there. I'm gonna put these into this one. And then you could make an automation system and so on, but I haven't been wanting to do that yet. An automation system seems unnecessarily complicated. I don't think you get anything out of it. Not like auto sorting, auto systems overall seems fine, but I just don't need an auto sorter. Get rid of some of these things, and then the key chest here. I don't think I need this electrical wire, it goes into the automation chest. And then this chest doesn't need that. What do I have? I have these two things and I think they go somewhere here. And that ancient gemstone we put over here. Getting some trash here. Clay moss, I can use that later. That also spawns some enemies. Then we have our little armadillo farm here. We have some vendors running around here. And then the vendors' rooms and so on. So you can make the base as nice as you want. Like you can make little rooms where people move in. You can have your farm where you get food. And I think you can automate that to some extent as well. I'm not sure. And then I just have this cooking automation. So it will take all of these different ingredients and just place in pots until it finds a combination. So you can see if I put, then it will slowly dig it out one by one. And if it fits, it will start cooking. And if it doesn't, it will move to the next one. And then that one will start cooking. So it's relatively nice and simple like that. And that it will sometimes end up being blocked. And then at the end of it, when it's done, it will just move food into this chest. So you can see I have a shit ton of food and I never really have to worry about it. But I am also like, I have beaten the final boss and I'm quite late in this game, so I'm quite cool like that. No, but this is just very late game. Keep that in mind. We're gonna put the Tome of the Deep in here just because I don't think it's that good. And then I am actually going to keep both the bats and the new zombies on me. Because I think the bats are good sometimes. Then my plan is to go fight the Urslime, and I have no idea where he is. But I think if we go down here, we might find him. Or maybe, I think I'm gonna find him off stream, because I don't think me finding a mob boss is that interesting. So I will do that off stream and maybe have that ready tomorrow, if I manage. And then we'll do it on tomorrow's stream. And then we'll just finish Core Keeper here, and then I will jump into Baldur's Gate 3.